watching the 2024-25 SCAC Basketball Media Days. Today, we're taking a look at the University of Ozarks men's basketball program. The Eagles will once again be led as they head into the season are the guys head coach Matt Bolton, along with leadership from senior Justice Marmara. Coach, Justice, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Coach, we'll get started with you heading into your third season as the head coach of this Eagles men's basketball program. I'm interested what you feel have been the biggest growth this program has taken over the last few years, and how excited are you to be back here at the start of a new season and embarking on this new journey, entering into the SCAC with this program?
Yeah, I mean, excited for sure. Year three, you kind of get a group that's full of your guys, the guys that you recruited. We've said a couple times, guys that all heard the same speech in the office. So it's also my first season having a lot of returners that can help with our newer guys understanding what we want to do. The types of shots we want to take, our defensive style, like just what's important to me as well. So it's been huge. Year three has really shown me the importance of that continuity, having some returners, and then also just 2 years of me, I guess yelling about the same stuff, starts to show that guys are starting to pick up like this is important to us. So yeah, you'd like to think that the culture starts getting built after year two, year three, and hopefully year four. It's completely there.
Justice, coming into the season, a big year for you, obviously coming into your senior year, transferring in last season. So going into your second year at Ozarks, how did going through that season last year help build your confidence? And, what are you looking forward to most coming into this season? Do you feel like you're at a much better space, just comfort level wise with the program going into year two?
Definitely building my confidence, especially coming from a JUCO, getting back into a university. There's quite a bit of a change, face a lot of adversity because of that. But being back here again for another year, the confidence is it gives me a certain type of relaxed sensation to just know what I'm doing and being able to go out there and perform like it's the back of my hand.
Coach, one of the great things about college sports each year, it brings a team anew. And, just tell us a little about this group. What have you learned about the 24-25 version of this Eagles men's basketball program? Things about their personalities you've grown to enjoy. And, what have you seen that gets you excited about this group as you've gotten to know them as this season has gotten underway?
Definitely the depth of the group. We're deeper than we probably have ever been. I feel more confident in more guys able to help us than I ever have. So practices have been, pretty realistically competitive. There's one thing we talk about toughness a lot, just us as a group and who we're going to be. So that, this group has been tough and pretty together throughout the preseason, which are just some of our, just every coach talks about it. They want the tough group and a group that stays together. So, I mean, I've been pretty pleased with it, but personality wise, we're really all over the place in a good way. We got some guys who are really loud and outspoken. We got some guys that don't say much, and that's kind of throughout the roster, top to bottom. So a good group to be around. It's been enjoyable to come to practice, which is something that I think most coaches will agree with. That's an X factor. Like if you're excited to go to practice and coach and try to get better, it's a lot more enjoyable to plan practice and then go into it every day.
Justice, into the thick of things now in preseason. I'm interested in just a vibe check from the guys. What's practice been like with this group? How excited has this group been to be back together on the floor? And what have you seen from this team that gives you confidence that things are headed in the right direction as you get ready for a new season?
I'm gonna piggyback off coach. It's fun. The guys, the transfers that we got, the newcomers that we have, and then even with the returners, fresh season, new goal, or really the same goal. But we're having a lot of fun, and again, we're being very competitive doing it. We have this saying called "Find Murphy." But every day we're trying to find Murphy and make sure that we're gonna beat Murphy.
Coach, you talked about kind of, as the years have gone and you've instilled kind of the culture and the things that you find important to you, and it's starting to pick up within this group. For fans, obviously, that may be new to Ozarks men's basketball coming into the SCAC and the excitement of this new league. Tell us a little about this team as far as the style of play you want to see. What can fans expect to see from this group? What are you hoping are going to be consistent with this team in terms of your style of play, night in, night out, irregardless of result?
For me, it always starts in the defensive end. I'm a big defense and rebounding guy. I just think that's what it's going to be about. And now that I'm a couple of recruiting classes in, I've kind of filled the roster with guys who fit that. I've started getting away from bringing guys in who I think have the capability to be really good rebounders and defenders, and more so bringing guys who want to do it, who want to defend, rebound, who want to be tough, want to be physical. So I think last year, from year 1 to year 2, we didn't get substantially better record wise, but we were substantially better as just a group competition wise. We kind of turned into a team people didn't really want to play. Just a grinded out type of group. And now, sprinkle in some transfers with some more firepower. I think the style of play is going to be that of, I hope teams are just not wanting to play us. Not from a they're scared or anything like that, but from a point of like, it's going to be a battle. This is just going to be brutal, whether shots are going in or not. It's going to be a tough night. That's what we're trying to breed as a group, and I've been lucky that the guys have bought into it.
Justice, finally, as we wrap up with you, when you've had conversations, with some of your other teammates and leaders within that locker room about some of the goals and expectations coming into this season, what have those conversations looked like? And ultimately, Justice, what do you see as being key for this group to going out and accomplishing those this year?
I mean, the main key for any team, for us, is just keeping everybody together. Especially from our season last year. Thinking about it, it wasn't the perfect outcome that we had, but how we ended the season was right there of how we wanted to build our program and what coaches was wanting from us. So moving forward is just making sure that together as a team that we're always finding that energy to make sure that we moving forward in the right direction.
And finally, Coach, as we wrap up with you, I think one of the great things about sport and our arena is the idea of success can be measured in so many different ways. And obviously there's results and statistics that can be fairly black and white, but beyond kind of the lines of the floor, there's so many other ways to measure as well. So when you talk about success with your program and your student athletes, what's that message that you try to deliver? And ultimately this year looks successful in your eyes if what plays out over the course of 24-25?
So, I mean, for us, it really comes down to just our standard. If we accomplish things to our standard, we'll be fine. We'll be happy with it. We talk a ton about that. Like what is our standard? What's our standard going to be? We got a sign in our locker room that says, the standard is degrees and championships, and degrees comes first. So if we can end this year at our standard with 4 players walking across the stage with a diploma, and then we roll out there and we, show the SCAC kind of what we think we can bring to the table, it'll be a successful year. Us trying to be the best version of ourselves from a day in and day out type of mindset.
University of Ozarks head men's basketball coach Matt Bolton, along with leadership from senior Justice Marmara. The Eagles open up the 24-25 campaign on November 8th at home against Hendricks. Coach, Justice, thanks so much for joining us today, and best of luck as you head into the year.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.